Check, check, check. What up, what up? Welcome to another episode of TTTN Live. Trader to the news. We are coming at you with some look at the Buchla and Friends happened. We had NAMM this week, which didn't really have anything exciting in the world of synthesizers, samplers, electronic music that I saw. Nothing exciting to me. We had the Behringer JN80, which was the Juno clone. Cool. Not available to order or nothing, so I don't get excited until you can actually order something. They put out those other two last year with the BX1 and stuff, and those weren't even there this year, still not around, so I'm not going to get hyped on anything. A Juno clone is cool. It sounded good. Noir did a little demo of it. Sounded nice. I'm not in the market for another full-size keyboard. Not in the market for anything really, but definitely not a keyboard. What was the other thing? Of course, Leviasynth. Cool. Amazing product from ASM, but we're going to get into the real cool stuff of the stuff I like to see, so for our world, and first of all, I want to say I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Synth Scallywags, welcome. The bros, the Renegade Nation, the people, the underliers, the freaks, the geeks, those who don't have a voice. Welcome. This is I am Trader to the Living, and this is a live stream where I discuss music gear, things, and stuff. We're going to get into the Buchla and Friends. Hopefully some folks will join in. It is, I know that it's been a lot of snow places this weekend. We luckily didn't get dumped on, although we could use it. My Synth Scallywags, let's talk about some cool stuff that came out. I rewired the mothership behind me, and today I have to drill out a thing. I'm putting in a submixer for the Percons to have, I'm putting in another mixer to have all individual, on the submixer I'll be able to pan everything. That's one of my complaints on that thing is it's got all individual outs, but I'm going to run it into a submixer and then be able to, pan my hi-hats and stuff like that. So, look forward to jamming on this full setup here. There'll be a live stream coming up pretty soon with using the full mothership. That's the new name of this area here is now going to be called the Mothership. Still debating on Syntact and Third Wave being there. They might be replaced with something else. But some other changes coming in the studio with my End of the World machine. And stay tuned for some updates on that. So let's get into it. Hopefully everything sounds okay. Anybody in the chat could let me know, just a thumbs up, if things sound all right. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and roll. All levels look good. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to scoosh this on over. Yeah, Buchla and Friends, man. Pretty hyped about it, to be honest. All right, let's get this set up. Reverb dropped a video, the best gear we saw. Now, this isn't going to cover all of it, but I'm excited to see, because this is where, the new stuff that I'm interested in, the things that I want to see that aren't at NAMM. This is more, Buchla and Friends is the closer to, our super booth, if that makes any sense. What the hell? All right, let's go pick and pick. All right, guys, let's check this out.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jake with Reverb here at Buchla and Friends 2026 in Los Angeles. We are about to go make the rounds and see some of the cool stuff that's coming out this year and beyond. Let's go take a look.
Hey, what's up? My name is Justin DeLay. I am the founder and CEO of Allen Instruments. We are here at Buchla 2026, debuting our first instrument, Space Drum. This is the world's first hands-on, real-time, generative and audio reactive drum machine. So it knows the entire world of music theory. It is instantly going to be able to give you beats and jam with it in real time. And best of all, when you turn on audio activity, it will listen to what you're playing across any instrument, any mix, and actually respond and jam with you in real time. 8 voices of drums.
Is it AI?
You've got master controls for really big changes in real time. You can really move through sonic spaces, song to song, part to part, fill to.
I know a lot of people used to get like that Beat Buddy, and there's some other devices. This looks pretty advanced for that kind of thing. Kind of cool. Just play whatever you want, and it'll like pick up on it. It's like having a drummer start jamming along with you to whatever new song idea you have. I kind of like that. Let's check it out.
Fill in real time, as well as really the signature feature is playing the intensity per drum. So our faders here represent intensity. So you want more kick, you're going to instantly get more kick. We can show you here on the audio reactivity piece of it next. So we're here. We've really been listening to our earliest artists. Focusing on features that we're really thinking improve the experience.
Cool. It reminds
me more playable buttons,
of
more prominent timelines, so you can really understand.
Reminds me of kind of like the old school console stereos that you had back in the late '70s, early '80s. I like that look. Kind of cool. It doesn't look like these must be prototypes, I'm guessing, but. Yeah, let's hopefully we get a sound example.
Where you are in both your bar and in your part space. We actually are adding just a beautiful little screen so you can get a little preview of your BPM or the most recently changed values. Still a hands-on, minimal screen experience. This is where we're headed from an aesthetic perspective. We've got a little more work to do to bring it to production. We're looking for spring this year with more to come at Super Booth and beyond.
Sound example.
Hey, this is Jordan with Eternal Research. This is our product, the Demon Box. It's got 33 inductors on the top that are sensitive to electromagnetic frequencies. It outputs audio, control voltage, and MIDI. Everything's in threes of the Demon Box. We got 3 audio outs, 1 stereo out of all 3. We got 3 CVs, and the MIDI has 3 channels of note data as well as 3 channels of CC data. This is one of our many implements you can use. It's a motorized magnet, the Ferris Landscape. We wave it over the top here, and you can see how the MIDI output is affecting the visuals. Got lots of different visualizers here. Also controlling the lights in the background.
That's cool.
We're converting the MIDI signals to DMX. You can even use your phone. Good old phone. Everyone's got a phone in their pocket. And this TV here isn't just for aesthetic, it also works. You can hear the sounds of the TV static.
I just got like 3 of those little TVs a couple years ago. I need to break them out of the garage for my dad.
We've got the control voltage going out into the Eurorack setup here.
Kind of
and
weird art
one of the fan favorites is our drill here.
On the end of the world machine. Oh, that's cool. Reminds me of like a Soma Labs type.
So one of the more interesting things about the Demon Box is that because the inductors are responsive to magnets, any speaker you hold over the top, you can actually get the audio into the Demon Box wirelessly. And the inductors will output signals that will follow the amplitude of that sound. Additionally, there are 3 audio inputs on the side that you can't see.
Oh, nice. And, you can let signals into it. That's actually dope.
Those also will follow the amplitude of the audio. So you can have a fully synchronized and responsive experimental performance, and it runs off just 5 volts of USB power. audio, visual, lights, whatever you want.
Hey everyone, I'm Travarsi. This is Devin from Weston Precision Audio, and we did this collaboration module called Trivium. It's 2 envelopes, a VCA, a discrete OTA filter, tons of modulation opportunities.
Seriously, Buchla and Friends.
Yeah, high pass, low pass, band pass. All you have to do is add.
You know, like I said, NAMM's lame. Like nothing. You don't see nothing really cool for mostly there now. Like Buchla and Friends is where it's at. That's like our super booth. That and like KnobCon are the closest things like that I see to where you see like new trippy stuff. You know, like prototypes of like experimental cool stuff. This Travarsi says. See this. See what's next.
Your favorite voice, and you're good.
That's my opinion, anyway. But what do I know? I'm a synth scallywag. Is that the
vintage cutting edge dongle cutting leads creamy?
Hello, Internet. I am Aaron Higgins. Welcome to Reverb.com. I'd like to introduce
That's
you
not
to
new.
the 1010 Music Bento. Bento is our Swiss Army knife, our box of boxes, which does a lot of different things.
I've actually considered getting this thing. I think, especially with the updates that they're doing to it and stuff. I think this Bento thing is super dope. Not running out and getting it, but like I've been watching it closely. I think it's super sick. The evolution of it and what they're doing with it is cool. Not new, but we'll finish watching this.
We're known for doing
I'm
sampling
looking for that
and some
new.
synthesis.
You know what I
but
mean,
this,
guys. That
in this
new
case, we
new.
brought all of it together. So you've got 8 different
this thing
tracks,
is cool.
which you can do lots of different things. You can mix in external tracks. You can bring on drum sounds with a bank of 16 pads. You can do granular synthesis, which is quite fun on the
It's
much bigger
super
screen.
powerful
And keep
device,
in mind,
man.
it's a touch screen, so you can get in here and do stuff that would be very difficult to do with knobs and buttons.
I've never owned any 1010 stuff, but everybody
you've
I
got
know who does
a full-scale multi-sample
has like great things
which can
to say
play
about it. Even
up
those
to
little nano ones they
576
got
different samples can be
seem
loaded
pretty
at
dope.
once. You've got 24-note polyphony, so you can really do fully realistic pianos like this. It's got built-in effects I'll get to in a second. You can do loops. You can do slicing, which is a hell of a lot more fun when you've got a big screen to work with. In this case, you've got
Punchy, dirty, creamy, immersive, vintage.
a big giant synthesis,
That's
a
cool,
big
though.
giant waveform that we built with lots of
I
different
like the form
spoken word
factor, how
phrases
thin
just
it
for
is
fun.
and stuff. That'd be.
You've got a built-in
This would be
mixer
like the
that you
perfect
can,
like
easily
backpack
solo
thing.
and
I
mute
think.
different tracks.
Does it run on batteries?
quickly and
I'm
easily
not
from
sure.
the pads. You've got built-in effects, so a master effects, delay,
Or an
and
internal battery
insert
would
chain.
be sick, like the Live
and
2.
most
Live 3
importantly,
now.
you've got some song and launch features, so you can put together a full composition. I'll play you a quick sample.
How you doing? Jamar from Ali Modular. This is Chris. Today.
Oh, this thing I have seen a little bit on this thing on the what's that show with B-Boy Tech Report and stuff. But this thing looks cool if you're into modular. Appreciate everybody who's jumping in there. We'll get through this video and then I'll jump in the chat and chop it up with you guys.
We have Isu's Trifecta, which is a triple effects unit. You can layer
Beat
3
people.
effects
That's the
in
podcast.
series
Beat
simultaneously. We have a whole bunch of different kind of algorithms. We have modulation,
Stoked for this,
delays,
dude. It's his first
reverbs, emulations, compression, like mastering effects and things like that. So we have about 32 algorithms so far, and
My
you can
friends
switch
say it's a
between
really,
them
really good
and,
effects
layer them
module.
how you want.
I
I'll
have a
let,
friend in a
Chris give the.
in a modular.
So
that-
quick overview, we tried to
praising it.
make the stuff that you need to access pretty accessible, right? So you've got your 3 effects listed on the screen here. We can switch through the active effects with the up and down arrows, and you
cool
can switch
interface.
which effects you're using with the left and right arrows here. For any of the active effects, you've got 8 different parameters that can be edited. You grab one of the knobs and you're editing that parameter. You can see the name of the parameter up here and the value. To handle knob positions being slightly different than parameter values, we use what's called a chase mode. You can see this little dark circle there and the little arrow telling us the knob isn't actually changing the parameter until we lock in, and now we're changing that parameter. Other feature is using shift arrow, you can quickly move an effect in the chain, right, to the first position here, down to the last position. There's also a powerful modulation section. Any of the 8 CV inputs can go to multiple parameters. We're adding a new feature to do offsets, so you can set up a set with multiple different presets and use the control voltage to select between which of those is loaded.
Oh, here we go. The weird shit.
Hi, my name is Thomas Adam Billings, and I'm representing Terraphones. It's my own company, just me. I'm making a couple instruments nowadays. I wanted to show this one called Nymira. It's a chord instrument, so it's based off of the circle of fifths. I'm a big music theory nerd, and I really wanted to make the circle of fifths an actual physical interface.
Wow.
And what we have here, I laid it out in a way where you can play a lot of different extensions and jazz chord combos very easily. It has a synth engine inside. It's fully standalone. It also has built-in speakers, but they're actually transducers. So the whole instrument becomes a speaker of its own. You actually hear the sound through the walnut, which is really cool.
See, this is the type of stuff I like to see, whether I'm going to end up getting it or not. But this is what I would hoped to have seen, stuff like just weird, trippy, cool stuff like at NAMM. It's all about Buchla and Friends, guys. That's where the people, making the little tiny guys. Because guys, little tiny startup guys like this, they can't afford to get a booth at NAMM. NAMM's for the pros. NAMM's for the rich gatekeeping. Big mega corporations and stuff. Buchla and Friends is where the bros are.
But the basic idea is you have a strummer over here, and you play different combos of keys on this side.
This thing is actually cool. I like the idea.
There's also control of the first 7 overtones in the overtone series.
Oh, wow.
You can do a lot of extra things like detuning each of them.
Dope.
You can FM individual overtones. There's built-in reverb.
Run that thing through some
and a
crazy
couple other secret modes that you can see once you get one in your hands.
I think that thing was way cooler than that new Korg. Was it the Phase 8 or whatever? I think that was way cooler. Not something I'm going to rush out and buy, but I think it was definitely more interesting. What do we got here?
Hi, I'm Mark with Studio Electronics, and I won't be singing today, even though I've got the mic. But I'm here to talk to you about what's new at the show and all of the things that we've been working on throughout the year, and not about my childhood in any way whatsoever.
Hey, that's Roger Bagley back there.
The SE3X is the latest iteration of our flagship SE1, which was the programmable rack mount mini mode.
Pretty sure that was Roger Bagley.
And this year's model includes the Moog filter, the ARP filter, and the 3 roll-in modes. And there are 2 distortion modes. Not really new at the show this year, but
yeah,
it's a crowd favorite.
Everybody has always loved
this,
that.
However, is our Code Lux, and you'll notice the rather unusual paint job that was commissioned by someone that owns an ST3, I believe it is. And so, yeah.
What's it do?
It's different. This is a platform that refuses to die. It's just gorgeous sounding. And it's through
I'm hoping we get more sound examples.
Timbral.
Hopefully some people do some straight up demos of these individually. I'll look after
32
this
discrete filters, hardware filters.
This just popped up,
and I was like,
Oberheim
modes, low pass, band pass.
It's like I should just watch it live.
High pass, band reject, mini, CS80, and new at the show here, the MS20 filter, which is also in our Boomstar MS20. It's a much cuter,
that thing's cool.
Offering. but same filter. It's a little
I forgot about
more
that
wide
thing.
open in the Boomstar. But yeah.
The Boomstar.
Hey, I'm Zoe from ALM. Yeah, we're here at Buchla and Friends 26. And yeah, we've got a couple new things to show you. So we've got the CDJ right now synced to our modular system via our new Pamela's Disco module. So
Pamela
if
Disco?
you remember years ago, we talked about the disco tech. It was something we were working on, and everyone was
I do
asking us
remember
about
that.
it. But now we've decided to put it into like a simple little module. So
That
it's
was a long time
4 HP
ago.
and it hooks up right next to your PAM, and it basically gives you a CDJ sync. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, you can go here, and you can do your spin back and stuff, and it all stays in sync.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And you
though.
change the speed
Have
on
your
the
whole
CDJ.
modular, like all. Nice.
And yeah, you can sync your modular to that. You don't need just one. You can like hook it up to the whole DJ Link system with a couple turntables and a mixer and stuff. Let me just loop this again quickly.
Good quality of life.
Yeah, so that's a really
device.
fun thing. A lot of people have been asking for it, and it's just a really cool way to sync up and play around with, DJ tracks and your modular and stuff. Also, you might notice we have this cool case here. This is actually like a
that
small
case.
XDJ, but it's about the size of a CDJ, so you can like stick it
That's
next
like a
to
great,
like
perfect
some
portable
full-size
little
CDJs, and you get this
setup.
cool vertical case that sort of sits next to your mixer and stuff.
I have a CDJ,
or it's
my
just a
brother's
cool
old
case,
one, a Pioneer
but
one,
yeah,
but
it's
it's
52 wide
from
and
like
9
2000,
and that just came out as well.
2000, something like that. Should break that
and
out
then,
just for
yeah,
one of
we've
my
got
1
some
minute
other
jams or
kind
something.
of new
night.
future modules here. So
Throw up like
the
that with some
FM you're
modern
hearing is
effects and stuff.
the new FM code we have here. And that's not out yet. That'll be like a couple of months away, but we did kind of tease it at our London pop-up like a few months back. And then if you look here, the Stem Ripper came out this year. It's a 8-channel multi-track recorder.
Oh,
We have an expander for it that's larger than the Stem Ripper itself, actually, which is maybe like a first in modular. I don't know, but it's a digital mixer, so you can mix the actual Stem Ripper with that, and then you can still multi-track record at the same time. And then that also has like assignable CVs, and it has multiple buses and stuff. And that's coming later in the year. We're kind of still working on that one, but yeah.
Howdy doody, my name is Cameron, better known as Venus Theory. This year we're at Buchla and Friends with Polyend, and the latest and greatest here is Polyend's new pedal platform. This is called
Bro's wearing a mask. No one else there's got a mask on. Okay, I'm gonna give him the bit. Maybe he's sick and doesn't want to spread it, or I'm not gonna say nothing about that. But kind of odd. Whatever.
Endless, and it's everybody's favorite thing in music right now, AI, but not that
great.
kind of AI, as I am famous for complaining about on the internet endlessly. So Polyend has a pretty extensive DSP library of effects. This is essentially
So he's shilling
wrapping all
for
of that into one
Polyend
platform.
straight
So
up
all
now?
of these pedals
He
you see
works for
here
him?
on the table are all actually just this exact same pedal system. You can load your own effects onto it. Polyend will have a library of a lot of different effects, pretty much whatever you want that you can load directly onto here. And if you're like me, I think the good thing about this, and ultimately a good case use for AI, is that if I want my own custom pedal, my options are commission one or spend 5 months building one myself that still won't work. So we've got an LLM here, which is locked behind a computer password that I don't know. However, it does exist. And you can prompt it to generate whatever effects you would like. In my case, I wanted
kinda
a
cool, I
reverb
guess.
that also had a granular sampler with some probability functions and things like that, which I think is awesome, personally, because
Cool concept. I do think just the 3 knobs and 2 buttons is slightly limiting depending on what kind of effect you have in there, but I guess you can make it work. We'll finish. Let's see what the whole deal is.
as I'm sure many of you do, I have no shortage of effects pedal ideas that appeal to exactly 5 people, myself included, and I think this is a good way to bring that to life. When you do use the LLM and load anything onto this, The other thing is there's an SDK. You can develop your own effects for it. If you use the LLM and you want to further edit or refine anything, it all downloads as a binary file, so you can load it up in, VS Code or, Git or Sublime Text, whatever your flavor of development fun is, and edit away. And, of course, you can share all your creations.
Great idea.
In terms of the physical hardware, just to go over that very quickly, I'm sure everyone's tired of me talking by now. We have a stereo input, stereo output, 9-volt standard guitar pedal power supply, USB-C to load things on, expression pedal input, and 3 knobs, 2 switches here. All of these can be defined arbitrarily by you with whatever you want, or the LLM will automatically assign them. You can refine that as you would like. Before I show you anything, I guess, just to wrap up here, street price, $299. This also comes with 20 tokens for the LLM. That should get you 10 to 20 different effects, depending on how complex the effect is. Of course, you can get more, but if you don't want to do that, you can just develop your own, load them right on here. These face plates here, I won't take it off now. These knobs are detachable. So there's a variety of magnetic face plates we've got on display here.
Stuff, but
you can make your own. You get a blank one. You can write whatever you want on it. And as I'm sure you're incredibly excited to see, I have with me the Venus box,
I like
which
how
I
you can
spent
make
about
your own.
35 seconds coming up
You
with
can
this
design
beautiful
your own
design.
pedal.
So
That's kinda...
I'm going to shut up and let's just do it. Yeah?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So here I'm going to use the Polyend synth. This is also with my new preset pack for it called Floods. It's a big cinematic, pretentious reverb and stuff, as I'm well known for. So I'll just give you a quick demo.
So head on over and buy that.
That's pretty much it. Right now it's going through an amp studio pedal. This is just emulating an amplifier within a room. I'm just adding some room reverb, opening up the tone. Let's bring in the old Venus box here.
I'm not going to rush out and
move
get
up
it
the
or
delay
nothing,
time,
but I
some
like
of the
the
sample
concept.
randomness
like
and such, and we can take that and turn it into
the
this.
The future is crazy. The future is now.
I'm going to bring up some of the reverb and stuff here as well.
So you buy tokens and then you can, or get tokens to get more effects.
I can switch into my second mode. Which is going to start distorting the grains and compressing and doing some other things I won't get into. But that's more or less the concept. We have another granular effect here.
It's kind of cool. They're kind of plain Jane looking. I guess you could paint them or do whatever you wanted. You could like change your own templates.
So classic granular delay reverb. We can combine all of these, add some distortion.
Just certain effects require more than 3 knobs, but I guess you can maybe you can make
destroy
it
things in a variety of ways, however you want.
I don't know.
So
concept is great.
That is endless. This is Buchla and Friends 2026,
endless, huh?
and I need a nap.
What the hell do we have here?
Hi, I'm Ben Aldern from Crescendo Research, and we build vibrating floors and furniture. And it's fun being here at Buchla and Friends, and people are plugging in their synths and experiencing their music in new ways. Because you can feel all of the bass coming through your body, but not damage your hearing. So we make a bunch of different products, all with the same technology that gives you that feeling of the low bass, but just in different form factors. So this one right here is our studio tile, and this is designed for
Dance
a standing desk, or if you're if you want to monitor what you're playing at a live show.
Or something.
We bring these around to the music festivals that we do so that the DJ can feel what they're sending to the dance floor.
That's cool.
We also have Daybed, which is great for just at home, relaxing, spas, wellness, stuff like that.
That's cool, but I want to see the
we have a massage table, and then we do custom installations for home theaters, kind of whatever you want. So just
I want to see the instruments. We're almost done here, guys. I'll jump in there.
What's up, Reverb? It's Oli here
saying.
from Kinky at Buchla and Friends in LA. And we're here showcasing our new Katla synthesizer that's we're releasing now in the end of March. And the inception for Katla is this thing here. It's basalt column. It's a volcanic stone from Iceland. And at the time when we were making we were deciding on the next product, there was a lot of eruption happening back home, so we decided to incorporate that into the final design.
Oh wow, they used the in cheeks are made of volcanic
Katla
stone.
is a 5-voice analog oscillator, analog synthesizer.
That's a great idea.
That sounds a little bit like this. So now I'm playing all the voices at the same time, but a core feature is that I can also play like many voices like one at a time and cycle between them. So that will sound something like this. Press the R.
It sounds like a synthesizer.
And then I can start playing. I can add some reverb.
I like faders. I really like faders opposed to knobs, actually. The 2600 has gotten me converted over to the faders. Whoa. Banana Jacks. All about the Banana
What's up, Reverb? We're Prism Circuits from Los Angeles. We're here at Buchla and Friends 2026. Just showing off our Prism systems here. They're all based on the old circuits.
Cool.
And this year we finally released the TKB, the touch keyboard.
Nice.
Which we're pretty excited about.
I like the small
It kind of
form
rounded
factor
out
of
the
that.
whole system. We were kind of missing that. So yeah, it's finally ready. It's ready in DIY, also fully assembled as well. So yeah, you can come check it out. It's all touch capacitive touch plates. And you got 4 rows of CV here, which you route out
So
the
it's like
top
a surge
there.
system, huh?
Yeah, it just kind of rounds out the whole system, honestly.
Cool.
Yeah, like I said, it's available in DIY, fully assembled. Yeah, so check out the website at prismcircuits.net. All of our products are
I like the
over
look of
there,
that.
in DIY and fully assembled, like I said.
The bananas, I could
And
I could
yeah,
incorporate
we're just
that,
having a
something
good
like
time
that
at
with
Buchla and
my
Friends, man.
end of the world machine.
That was a very quick look at some of our favorite things from Buchla and Friends.
right.
We're going to go mess around a little bit more, but we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.
All right, all right. So let's go. Jump in the chat. Cool, man. That was good to see a lot more stuff than I saw come out of NAMM. That's for sure. What up, everybody? Let's see who we got in the chat today. Oh boy, you guys have been talking. Good to see y'all. We got the Crazy Wabbit. Hello, sir. Good day to you. Recon, what up, man? Hang on one sec. Let me get up here. Appreciate you guys jumping in, saying what's up. Trusto, good day to you. Space Capsule, what up? Who needs a band? Oh, yeah, that drum machine. Yeah, you guys are going to be talking about each of the things. It's hard to watch the video for me and go through the track. That drum machine looked really cool. Marantz stereo. Yes. I like that. I love that look. That drum machine was one of the things that kind of stood up. Let's see. I'm going to get on the bifocals, dude, because I'm old. Zito Sonic, what up? Samurai in the house. Good morning to you, Sam. Buchla, baby. Hell yeah. Let's see. Wonder if she left Novation. This is her side gig. Let's see, Eureka part. Are you talking about Traversi? I don't know. NAMM is corporate stuff mostly. Yeah. NAMM's great for guitars. Yeah, I mean, there's cool stuff. I'm not totally knocking NAMM, but for our world of the stuff that we like to see, it's all about the Buchla show. If I went to there, I'd probably go to NAMM. If I ever go, I'll go to NAMM for one day and cruise around, and then spend probably 2 days at the Buchla show. You had the bento? Oh, that's right, Wabbit. You did. Couldn't return it fast enough. It's not ready. I heard recently it got another big update and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard some people saying, those pads are trash. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Way cooler than NAMM. Definitely. What up, Banana? Good to see you. Studio 8 FX. What up? If Dots, good to see you. I hope the atrium was there. Was that one of those? Was the atrium one of those ones with the like that dude was playing with circle of fifths? I forgot what that one was called. I liked that one. That one was like cool. There was some cool stuff. They just went over. That's not everything there. I'm looking for some other videos later. But yeah, La Monty Python. Shout out to the solo creators. Hell yeah. Reminds me of harmonia or an organ with drawbars. Nice, yeah. So the Phase 8 was incredibly interesting. Yeah, I'm not knocking the Phase 8. I think that thing looked cooler to me. It was weird. The Phase 8, when we saw it like at Super Booth the last couple years during development, I was like really intrigued. And then when it dropped, it just I don't know. It just didn't grab me like it wasn't as exciting. I don't know if I'd like to play one in person and check it out and see. I might change my mind or hear someone, once it gets into the hands of somebody who does something cool with it. That always usually like changes the way I look at things instead of just the initial rollouts from whatever it is, Sweetwater or Korg themselves or whatever, big synthfluencer. Let's see. This is cool. It makes the trip just to Buchla and Friends. Yeah, that's what I would. Space Capsule straight up. Like, I mean, NAMM looks like it's like so loud and like, I don't know. I've heard like a lot of people say it's really obnoxious, and I mean, I'd go at least one day because I'm there and I've never been. But yeah, is this really going on at the same time? Yeah. They do it. It corresponds Saturday and Sunday of NAMM. They've been doing it for at least a few years now, 2-3 years at least. I'm not sure when it started, but that's where all the small, more boutique companies go, is to Buchla and Friends, and that's where it's at. I mean, some people like sometimes like companies will be like they just do the conference rooms at NAMM. I guess they don't have like booths for the public. It's like private stuff to do like business dealings and shit. I guess I'm not sure exactly how it all works. This is just stuff I've heard. But yeah, and then like Buchla and Friends is where they actually display products. Roger Lynn was there last year with the instrument. What's up, Electronic Composer? Thanks for joining in. Good to see you, Michael. That code looks dope. Bro, cool little keyboard keys. Let's see, old school buttons. Poly and pedals. I know. That was kind of a trippy one. I'm not sure. I liked the idea, but I'm not sure about in practice. Having to take time. I hate having to get on the computer and load shit up onto stuff. And I mean, I'm old. Get off my lawn. Let's see. Here comes the triggering. I'm interested. Hasn't he done videos trashing AI? Oh yeah. That's why I was like, this is weird. With that said, I'm interested too. I'm a fan of Poly products. Fun to play. Yeah, I've never tried any Poly stuff, but I've admired them from afar. Customized pedal for your synths. I do. I like the idea of it. I'm not sure about the interface. Like if they made it more like the Strymon, like sorry about that. Like if it had 6 knobs or at least 5, with maybe a couple switches, and I don't know. It seemed very basic of just 3 knobs and two buttons, but I don't know. I'd have to try it. Probably gonna get a Zoya instead. Zoya's dope. Can't go wrong with Zoya. I'm guessing I'll sound better, and it's not much more. Yeah, no, nothing but love for Empress and Zoya. Make them in black, please. Oh, the pedals, yeah, Electronic Composer. That would be. I would. Yeah, the white. They look kind of plain Jane. They just came out, so maybe they'll do different colorways and different looks and stuff. Definitely a cool concept, though. Poly stuff is always great. Great idea that half works and is half infuriating. They just can't ever make something unambiguously good for some reason, really. Yeah, you've had a couple of their things, right? Hey there, Island Dweller. see, wow, tell us how you really feel. I mean, that's if Dots. I trust her opinion on things. She's used a lot of gear. I haven't heard so much that I know some people were really pissed at them after a while back because they dropped product and then like less than a year dropped the MK2 version, and that like upset a lot of people. But their stuff always looks like it'd be fun to play with. I mean, I use and really like the tracker. It's not all bad. And I'm sure some of the pedals offered here will sound good. The tracker's the one I would like to try. That I've looked at that M8 tracker too. I haven't used a tracker since like a long time ago, like on the computer. I've never used like a hardware standalone tracker. I remember making some fun stuff in tracker long time ago. There was two of them. A friend gave me back then. That was back when we used to, we were horrible young people that would pirate software, cracked versions of stuff, couldn't afford shit like that when I was in my younger days. I've seen this guy before. Let's see, synth DDR for real. Thought this was those internal music toys. Snowing like crazy. What's up, Harmonic Sonics? You know what? It seems like it is everywhere. Normally we get a ton of snow here, and it's like a sunny day. It's crazy. We could use it though, especially up on the mountains up here. We need more snowfall before the year's out. But it's so weird here where we are in the high desert. I mean, I've seen it snow on the 4th of July here. It's so random. It could be like a mellow winter, and then all of a sudden February just dumps like hard. So I don't know though. It's seeming like this winter we got a little bit, and then I don't like it for my commute to work that I have now. If it snows hard, then I almost got into a bad accident the last time a few weeks back. I do have an option to take the bus with other people. I don't like doing that because I got to like get up earlier and go there and then sit on a freaking bus to ride out there. The company provides free buses. I like to just drive myself, and I'm fortunate that the location of the mine site I'm at and my position that I can actually drive. One of the reasons I accepted the job because I didn't have to ride the damn bus. But it's nice to know as an option. TMI. Great community we have here. We better to chat with friends about the stuff we love way over the morning news. Hell yeah, space capsule. That's what I'm talking about. We do have a great community. That's one thing I really appreciate and like love about this space we're in, this little weird niche. All the diversity of musicianship and interests and people that everybody comes together in this cool. It's really a special thing, Always been okay with one knob to tweak. Ooh, wabbit. Spicy wabbit. Let's see. All right, looks like I'm caught up. Yeah, that was the Buchla and Friends. Kind of cool. I'm looking forward to seeing some other stuff. There's some other people doing walkthroughs. That one looked like a higher quality video. I want to hear some more sound demos on a few. The Studio Electronics one looked cool. Always had big respect for Studio Electronics. Never owned any of their stuff, but their Mini Moog clone thing they've been doing for years, people have all said is like the best sounding clone of a Mini Moog or whatever. But that thing looked cool. So yeah, I plan on I got a bunch of chores today, but I'm gonna knock out maybe get another 1 minute jam up. I've been rewiring. I'm doing a configuring rewire of the mothership behind me. That's what that area is. I'm thinking the third wave might move, and I need to throw in the XM2. I'm going to have all the modular stuff together so that I can get crazy. I got some new cables, the modular cables. What are the 3-point? I'm blanking on what the anyways, the little guys that are long so I can stretch. Now I can go from the 2600 all the way over to the other side and use. I was looking at this the other day, the setup, guys. On here, I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count the Electron, 9 sequencers right there. There's 9 sequencers in there, which is insane, huh? I can sequence like other stuff from all that, and each one's a unique, completely different sequencer, which is kind of cool. So I'm gonna be popping out of Percons coming down, and I started to do this before with this other mixer, but I've reset it up where I'm gonna go with another mixer that's going to be a sub mixer off of my main mixing desk, off of that, and then I'm going to have all the individual outs from Percons coming down, so that I can pan. That's one of my complaints on Percons. It's just got the mono out, can't pan your hi-hats and stuff. So using the individual outs into a sub mixer, I'll be able to pan everything. And then on that submixer, I'll have a couple more stereo outs, so I'll be able to run either Syntact, because Syntact 2D FAMs and Percons is a beast for a percussion area, and I want to really start utilizing that more. And then I'll have 4 stereo on that mixer. I'll still have 4 stereo channels to run stuff off of. So yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm going to be working on that this afternoon of incorporating that submixer. It's a little, it involves getting down in there into my patch bays and all that, and it's a pain in the ass, but once I get it set up, I'm kind of excited. So stay tuned. I'm looking forward to doing some jams with the mothership, especially with the dual towers of the Moogs with the Voltage Lab 2. I started experimenting with those, and I wanted Percons. I need that submixer to do what I want to do. So there'll be some jams with that upcoming. It's going to be exciting, and then I have some other stuff. I'm redoing the test equipment once again. I'm going to do a whole reconfigure, because the way I have it, I want the filters. I don't have long enough banana cables. I need to get more longer, like I bought for these ones. Cables. The thing with cables, man, it's like, I swear to God, I've spent almost as much in cables through the years as I have on equipment. Like, it feels like I have thousands of them, and I do. Probably, at least 1,000 cables in here, and I still need more. It's maddening. But I'm gonna do this thing where I'm putting up an effects board just dedicated for the test equipment. So I'm going to use that with a patch bay, and then I have all these little converter boxes that I need to strategically place. They're not in the right spots. I need to strategically place them so that I could have like banana to 1/4 inch or banana to, you guys get the idea. It's a lot. When you're switching between cable styles like that, it starts to get really complicated. But it is what it is. I don't like using the BNC. I prefer the banana. It'd be easier if I used BNC, just went straight BNC. Or like a lot of people use the RCA. I'm not a fan of that either. So you can just put the little adapters on there. I like the banana cables because you can stack them and send multiple signals out. So anyhow, that's another whole thing. And then I got the TV on there, and I'm going to have the Atari 2600. I'm a huge fan of that, and I have SynthCart, the third-party developed cartridge of SynthCart that I'm going to utilize. I want to utilize with the test equipment, and then that effects set up to do just some weird shit. You know me, do weird experiments. That's what it's all about. It's all about fun and doing like things that are interesting to you. So yeah, that's what's going on here. But of course, I also have to do a bunch of Sunday chores and laundry and grocery shopping and all that. But let's see. Put in the time off from work and plan to hit Super Booth this year. Nice, Wabbit. Oh, I'm so jealous. I want to go. Dude, hella jelly. That's awesome. You got to film some stuff and give us a little documentation. Damn, that's really cool, dude. That's been a dream of mine this last few. I'm hoping maybe next year would be the thing, because I have family over there in Berlin. I have my grandmother was on my father's side was German before she passed away. But I have a bunch of family, and one of my cousins went over there years ago in the military, and never came back. Married a German lady, and gal has family and has stayed there. So I have some people I could visit and stay with and stuff. So I really want to go sometime, man. It's just it's hard to make a trip like that for me, but yeah, congrats, dude. I look forward to seeing your following your journey. Let's see. Whoop, chat jumped on me. Where we at? Love your 1 minute jams. Thanks, Wabbit. Thanks, man. I've been having it's just fun stuff. Yes to get another jam up. Yeah, for sure. 1 minute jams are dope. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Cable management. It's a nonstop nightmare, Michael. Me too. 1 million cables, and it never ends. I mean, it's like, yeah. You know, and the more complicated your studio gets and set up, and then you change your ideas of how you want to do it, and it's just it's an ongoing, never-ending battle. Yeah. Test equipment outputs are way hotter, right? They are. What's up, Coolmestic? They can be. That's why if anybody is dumb enough to ever get into the test equipment, you got keep a multimeter, voltage tester, and make sure you're checking your signals before you send it into any regular gear, because early on when I was doing this, I fried one of my old reverb units, my old what is it, the Nanoverb, or I forget, just an old reverb unit I'd had for years, which sounded great. The LX1, what is that? Is that Lexicon, or who? It's that I forget who makes it. And I've been meaning to open it up, see if somebody can fix. But yeah, you send the wrong voltage or amperage, too, can be a problem. It's amps that kill you, not voltage, right? But the voltage will kill your other gear. So you got to be. It's pretty easy to just check and make sure you're within the limits. Most stuff, it's not. If you know what you're doing on the settings, you're going to be fine. But there's certain manufacturers, certain brands, like Tektronix stuff. I have a little Tektronix rig that sends out really hot signals. I think that's what was the one that fried that reverb. But generally, if you go into a box, converting it from banana into 1/4 inch or whatnot that you run into, and then you go into a mixer, usually the mixers can take depending on the mixer, can take pretty hot signals, and then you can control it from there and then off. Also, I use these passive mixers, so I go into a passive mixer first, and then come into my regular stuff, so that you have like controls along the way to bring down the signal so it's not so hot, because nobody wants to fry like their audio interface or anything. The Tascam 424 takes really, really hot signals with no problems. Even my old Behringer, I have an old Behringer like Eurodesk or whatever they call it, like old ass mixer. That one, I know I've sent like signals into that would totally fry my regular gear. It didn't even bat an eye. So mixers, you don't have to worry about so much. But yeah, just a regular little multimeter, to put one lead on your ground and the other on your output, and see what kind of signal you got coming. So Germany is awesome. Loved it over there. I've always wanted to go. What up, Studio 8 Effects? Yeah, I'm one of the only ones in my family who haven't made the journey over. A few of my brothers have gone. My uncle, my dad's gone a whole bunch through the years. And I've met most of them. A lot of the relatives have come over here, so I've met a lot of them. A lot of the older ones have passed on, unfortunately. My grandmother's siblings, and I got to meet my great-grandma from Germany and stuff, her mom, when I was young and stuff. But yeah, I've always wanted to go. I'm one of the only ones who haven't, so that's on the bucket list. Let's see, Hella Jelly for sure. Hella. Let's see. The backside of my rig is just a tangled mess. Yeah, space capsule. It's I try and I use zip ties or those little Velcro straps that come with stuff. I try and organize it pretty good and separate the audio from the power, because that's when you start getting. I tend to get more buzz and hums when I have the audio and the power together. But I also use if you don't use power conditioners, those are, I'm sure most of you do. Those are key to also controlling ground buzz and hum. But yeah, there's nothing worse than getting back there and having to change something out and you just have the spaghetti spider web nest of madness. And is there nothing more infuriating than you roll up some cables and you set them in a clean pile together and you come back and they've just totally tied themselves into knots and stuff? It's so frustrating. Oh, let's see, your studio. I was stationed over there for a total of 7 years. Nice. Recon, me too. I visited only once, but it was a fantastic experience for the entire time. Awesome. Yeah, I really want to go. I wired a 650 VA transformers from UPS units in my console outputs to step down line to mic. It's pretty cool too. I think that will work well with that too. Nice. Oh yeah. You did that in your console for your mixer or what? That's cool. Is that an AT2020 with inductive kickback protection though? Nice, Comestic. I haven't wired much stuff in here, but the old fixing the old test equipment. I haven't really gone into. I recapped my mixer, but it's it's still got a little sound to it. I thought recapping it would fix a little bit of the harshness sound there. Oh, towards more passion. Hey, thanks, Studio 8FX. Really appreciate it, dude. I appreciate that, man. So there's a lot of work I need to do in here to get where I want it to be. I took some more stuff out. There's a whole pile of keyboards over in the corner, and then in the closet, I have a closet over here with a bunch of gear in it, and I don't even want to show that, because people will be like, "Oh, you have so much equipment," and then they see that and they're like, "You have a serious problem, dude." And a lot of them though are I was getting for a while. I was trying to get into circuit bending, which I still like to do. It's just time. These are projects I'll probably get to if I ever get to retire from work and my kids get older and I don't have to spend so much time. But I had a bunch of cheap keyboards that I find at thrift stores and stuff that I wanted to circuit bend and do weird things. I have plans and ideas but I have so many projects stacked up. We'll see. Better to have, I figure, when I do finally retire, better to have a lot of things, I think, lined up than to be just bored, walking around the house trying to find something to do. So I guess having more projects than you could ever get to is better than not having enough to keep you busy, but we'll see. But yeah, a lot of things to do in here. And I got a lot of things to do out there. I got to make a run to the dump, which bunch of shit from the garage I'm getting rid of, and I'm debating on finally parting with a lot. Do you guys keep the boxes for your synths and your drum machines and samplers? Do you guys keep the boxes? So I've always kept the boxes because for resale value, or when I buy something used, I always appreciate it if it's in the original box. But I feel like I'm at the point now where, I'm not going to move. I'm not moving anytime soon. I own this place and I'm going to be here for the foreseeable future. It's nice to have the box if you're going to move to put it in its original packaging with stuff. So I've always kept the boxes, and I'm starting to get to the point where why am I keeping, if you see how much stuff I have, imagine how many empty boxes there are. So I think I'm gonna part with some of those, but then I'm at the same time as what if down the road, long time from now, my children end up selling some of this shit, or something like that, that's gonna be worth more if it has the box. He has the box. the JHS. If you follow JHS channel, I always love that. Like pedals and stuff, if you have the original boxes for products, it's always like worth more. But I'm not looking to sell anything, but I don't know. I'm conflicted on it. So I'm not sure. Oh, the gear dump. Yes, Wabbit, it's some of the stuff in there that's cheap and not needed. I might. How are you liking the new Behringer device? You know what, Wabbit? I only plugged it in once and just did a little test ride on it. Sounded good. Sounded really nice, but I need to find a place to incorporate it in. I just threw it on the desk. It's not going to stay on the main desk. So I do like the way it sounds, though. I could see getting like 3 of them and having polychaining them and having like a 6 voice. To me, I've never had a real Oberheim, so I can't say for sure. But to my ears, it's got a really beautiful Oberheimy sound. I like it. Now I think I'm going to buy a new rack for that. And I just don't know where to put it, where to fit it in yet. But I do like it. Let's see. About 20 years with the USDA. Oh, right on. Mixer outputs, I think. So I jumped ahead. Let's see. Veterinary services. Nice, guys. Thanks for your service. Something that translates to the real world. Mixer outputs, I think that will work well with test equipment step down. Gotcha. They feel like nice. That's awesome. Yeah, you collect test equipment? Maybe we've talked. I think we've talked a little bit about this in the past. Sorry, my memory's going. I've been taking my omega 3s, but sometimes I forget things. Thank you for service. Yeah, for sure. Anybody who's served, I appreciate your service. I come from most everybody in my family has been in the military. Other than me, I have not. I tried to join up when I was like 20 or something, and they wouldn't take me because at that time I have a plate in my arm. I have a huge scar from skateboarding that goes from my elbow all the way to my wrist. It's a compound fracture, and they said based off that at that time, this is back during the Bill Clinton years, and there hadn't been any war or anything. This was before Desert Storm and stuff. They were not. I guess they were picky. I heard now they take people with all kinds of stuff like that, but so I did not join up. Which so it goes. You keep your boxes, Synth Fun? Yeah. Let's see. Yes, I keep the boxes. Got too many boxes in backroom space capsule. Okay, so I'm not alone there. JHS was the first thing that came to mind. Yeah, I love that channel. Those guys are awesome. Keep boxes from your pedals. I do too, for sure. Let's see, first that was my dream to run my own business. I just never could make the jump. That is the dream for me too. I still think about it, but now I'm getting old enough now where like I don't know. I have some friends who started their own businesses in my trade, and looking at the stress and headaches they have, sometimes I feel like I'm glad that I don't do that, even though financially it'd be probably good to be a contractor. But I've thought many times about getting my contracting license for my trade, running your own business. Yeah, I don't know if I need that kind of stress. I have enough stress in my life. Still have the boxes for my loopers and synth. Nice Recon. Yeah, I mean, if you ever plan to okay, so I'm not alone there. You guys all mostly keep your box. If you have a pulse, they'll take you now. That's what I've heard. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Back then, like, I was surprised. I was shocked. I was like, really? Thank you for your service, brother. Yeah, all you guys that served, thank you. Like I said, my dad, my uncles, 3 of my 5 brothers, many of my cousins. We could come from and all branches, Air Force, Navy, Army, even one Marine. Yeah, and that's why like some of them went over to Germany that way. Most most of them went over. My brothers went over first with the military, and then later went back. But yeah, Super Booth, dude, I would love to go. That's coming up. When is it? In like 3-4 months? That's going to be the next exciting time for gear drops. So, but all right, guys, I really, really appreciate y'all hanging out. Oh no, I don't have test equipment. I think it's a good solution. I see. Yeah, no, that is a good solution. There's several ways to do it. Like I say, I just monitor it, and then you can control it usually on the device itself. But yeah, anything you can have in between your good gear and whatnot, especially to your audio interface, because usually those are, for most of us, are some of the more expensive things in our studio. But right on, guys. Thanks for hanging out and checking out what was new at the Buchla and Friends. I might pop on later. We'll see. I was gonna do another jam with because I tried to come on the other night and do a thing with both the Quantum and the Muse, and then I was having issues getting all 4 signals of my audio interface into OBS. I could only get 3 and 4. I couldn't get 1 and 2, but I think I figured it out. I could always just come out of the mixer, but anyhow, I wanted to do that little jam with the 2 of them because I think they complement each other well. But I don't know if I'll have time for that today. Maybe through the week, I'll pop on and do another live. I'm going to be doing more lives with those 2. And then if I can get the mothership all wired back up, because I did unhook a lot of it, if I can get under there and get that done today, then maybe I'll do something live doing a jam with those guys. So because that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I'll continue with the 1-minute jams for sure, because those are usually don't take as much effort to set up, depending on what I'm doing. And I like shaking it up. I like just like changing what I'm doing and putting different shit out there onto YouTube, just having different kind of content, right? But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. I really, really appreciate y'all just chilling with me. I will if I have time, I see you guys on. I always try and jump on. Thank you so much, Electronic Composer, Studio 8FX, The Crazy Wabbit. Who else? I forget who else we had in here. Comestic, Recon doing his jams all the time. Synth Fun. Everybody who jumped in. Space Capsule. Trying to get everybody. Again, thanks for the super chat, Studio 8FX. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, all right, you guys enjoy your Sunday, and be good to yourselves, be good to other people, and remember, PMA all day, every day. Peace.